Hi, I am Redskins Fans Unite, and I am here to tell you all that I couldn't be having a more swell day now that the Redskins have dropped to 2-3 after an overtime pick six by the quarterback who gives us the best chance to win. I mean, I couldn't be more happy, because we'll get him next time. I mean, it's not like this loss means anything. I mean, we faced an undefeated team. It's not like we were supposed to win this game, right? No, not right. Excuses. The receiver fell. Either way, the pass was probably going to be picked off either way. It probably would have been a pick six, but it would still been another Kirk Cousins interception, something that he has become very, very, very good at doing over the course of his career. You get me? As if you don't, you might as well just go watch some NFL replay, and then you'll get me. Because I was thinking to myself, as soon as we were going to overtime, what could happen? The same thing that happened to Matt Hasselbeck back when he was on the Seahawks and threw that pick six against the Packers in overtime? That could never happen. What do you know? It happens. Yeah, it happened. It happened. And all Mr. Robert Griffin III can do is stand on the sideline and watch in horror, as does every other player that was not a part of that play. Of course, Kirk Cousins doesn't deserve the entirety of the blame, but still, that is something only chokers do, and clutch QBs do not do that. It's like I said last week, the Eagles' defense is not that good, and the Falcons' defense has become a lot better this offseason. Not putting the blame on our defense, not putting the blame on our rush defense. One more thing. We released one too many Shanahans at the end of the 2013 season. We should have kept Kyle. He's doing great without his dad now. He doesn't need his dad to be a good coordinator. He's their entire offense now that Dan Quinn is the Falcons head coach. The Falcons defense and offense is now it's become, they've transformed from the 2014 Falcons. This 2015 Falcons team is what the Redskins used to be. Their offense is what our offense used to be. If you see the way Devontae Freeman is running through those holes, reminds me, the way I see him hitting those holes in the defense, reminds me of that one run by Alfred Morris against the Cowboys in his rookie year, Week 17. Bet y'all remember it. Put us up, I think, 21-10 or something like that. But if you see the way that Alfred Morris just runs through that hole, there is no holes in our running scheme. I don't care if we have Bill Callahan as our offensive line coordinator. If we have the Kyle Shanahan running scheme, I even see the Falcons with Matty Ice running some pistols and here and there. But the way they run this ball is how we used to run it. And the way Devontae Freeman is also getting majority of the carries. Alfred Morris has... So, basically, the way the Redskins have been treating Alfred Morris, I am in disgust of how the way they've treated Alfred Morris. Because Morris went from second leading rusher, that only being to Adrian Peterson in his rookie season, over 1,600 rushing yards. In his second season, he had 1,200-something rushing yards, not bad at all. Third season, at 1,000. But you notice the drop in rushing yards from when Kyle Shanahan left. Kyle Shanahan is the missing piece for our running game. That's why our running game is struggling, because I don't like our running scheme. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I mean, the only run I saw that we had room on, that any of our running backs had room on today, besides the outside tosses, which we need to run with Alfred Morris instead of right up the gut where there's absolutely nothing, is that Matt Jones goal line punch-in touchdown thing. I don't know why we went for two. I mean, it wasn't the worst decision in the world, but at the same time, Bashaud Breeland, props to you. You did everything you could. The rest of the defense just was, well, the defense was the bright spot, obviously. Chris Baker gets his 3.5 sack in the season. Ryan Kerrigan with 2 sacks. You know, the defense had a great game. They couldn't, I mean, Devontae Freeman was an issue, but the same thing is the Falcons are using him. We aren't using, I mean, we're using our playmakers, Jamison Crowder, but we have another playmaker in the backfield. What's his name again? Yeah, Chris Thompson. No. We have, and yes, I'm going to say it. We have a running back who has been elite in this league before. Alfred Morris. Yes. If this Redskins organization can hear me right now, we have one of the best running backs in the league that you aren't even using. If you hear that in the background, the phone's ringing. I'm not going to answer it right now. I'm going to see who it was after this video, but my God. Pierre Garçon had a shaky game. The interception that was out of his hands, I'm not going to put that entirely on him. I'm not going to put it entirely on Kirk Cousins either. Kirk Cousins threw it behind him. Pierre had to make a tough catch and tried a little bit too hard, you could say. The overtime interception, well, man, I feel like I'm going to have to throw my hat again, but I need to make another video soon about why Kirk Cousins... I just hear the broadcasters, Chris Myers and Rondé Barber, talking about, well, Jay Gruden in his second year, you see how Jay Gruden has transformed, and he made a great decision when it came to selecting Kirk Cousins as the starting QB. Something Kirk Cousins does that RG3 doesn't. I'll name it for you. Interceptions. That's the thing. Like I mentioned in my last video. Almost 500, literally 500 less pass attempts and 2 more interceptions thrown. Gives us the best chance to win. Can't stop turning the ball over. And if you want to use the fact that RG3 fumbles as an excuse, Russell Wilson fumbled 11 times last year. The Seahawks recovered all of them. It's just, the Seahawks got lucky on all those fumbles. And if the people who call Russell Wilson elite, he fumbles all the time. And nobody knocks on him for that. Yeah, that's right, I threw my hat again. Second time in 3 videos. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm back. I was like, I should insert like a 5 hours later thing in that, but I don't know. The thing is, Kirk Cousins is not lasting all 16 games. It's not happening. No. If Jay Gruden wants to continue to stick by that statement, he's going to have the love for Kirk Cousins like Jim Tom Sula does for Colin Kaepernick. Granted, I am a Cap fan. I hope he wins against the Giants tonight. I'm really rooting for the kid, but at the same time, it's not like there's any better options on the 49ers offense. So, Jim Tom Sula has a reason to love Colin Kaepernick because he is the only quarterback on the entire 49ers roster. Here's the thing. Like, you say Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert would be better than Colin Kaepernick. It just makes me laugh how some 49er fans would think that Blaine Gabbert would give them a better chance to win than Colin Kaepernick. A first-round draft busting Blaine Gabbert versus a second-round pick in 2011 who took his team to the Super Bowl and has actually had great moments in his career, who's actually done something with his career. You want to know another quarterback who's done something with his career that reminds me a lot of Colin Kaepernick that I also happen to be a fan of, as everybody who's watching this video knows if they watched one of my past videos or you follow me on Instagram? RG3, yeah, that's right. Both of these quarterbacks, for RG3 and Colin Kaepernick, I just got this crazy idea. They should make this crazy wildcat offense where they're both on the field at the same time. I don't know, but it would be fun to watch, seeing at least one of those two make some plays. Watching Kirk Cousins throw interceptions is a lot more fun to watch than that. But the bottom line is the receivers got to get better. Jamison Crowder's good. Let's hope Jordan Reed will be back as soon as possible. D. Hall needs to be back. But the secondary, Bashaud Breeland really stepped it up. The secondary stepped it up. The defense was good, but the offense is the issue. Dustin Hopkins, nice job hitting that field goal at the end. But, man, the interceptions by Kirk Cousins, they're just killers. They really are. There's not much more to say in this video. It's just bring back Robert. And you know what? Like I said in my first video, like every time I trust this guy, he just chokes and chokes. He can't be relied on. He can't. And I gotta stick by that statement. Because I've questioned whether Kirk Cousins is able to maintain a winning streak. He's not. Which is the reason why RG3 gives us a better chance to win. There's more reasons I can include, but that'll be in another video. But for now, to all you Redskins fans, I'm sorry that you had to watch this garbage, but have a great rest of your Sunday and Columbus Day weekend. Hail to the Redskins. I'm out.